What happens when paperwork turns into profit? I was a project manager for a small industrial construction company on the Gulf Coast. We were hired to complete an expansion at an existing chemical plant, and the project was divided into phases. The first phase went very well. The client's site representative was easy to work with, and our weekly meetings to review costs, schedules, change orders, and project updates were always productive. We finished ahead of schedule and under budget, which helped us secure the second phase. Near the end of the first phase, the client company was bought and merged with another company. As often happens after a merger, leadership changes followed. The original project manager was replaced, and we also lost the site representative we had built a strong working relationship with. While funding for phase 2 was being finalized, the client asked us to keep a small team on site to assist with planning. That team included me, a cost controller, a construction manager, and an administrator. We helped define the scope, review contract terms, plan materials, and prepare for construction. After about 2 months, we were approved to begin work. In construction, change orders are normal. Some managers aggressively pursue them, but I usually avoid requesting extra money unless there is a clear scope change or a serious delay outside our control. Because we had helped define the scope, I believed it was clear. I expected around 25 change orders during the project. Each morning we scheduled 30 minutes for safety meetings and permit approvals before crews started work. That was standard for this facility. However, on the first day, it took 3 hours to receive permits. I assumed it was a temporary issue. On the second day, it again took 3 hours. On the third day, it stretched to 4 hours. These delays reduced productivity and increased costs. At our weekly meeting, I raised the issue with the new project manager. I explained that if we were expected to meet schedule and budget goals, we needed help improving the permit process. He initially requested that change orders be submitted weekly so he could review updated cost data. That seemed reasonable. Over the next few weeks, permit times improved, and I continued taking a flexible approach. I did not document every minor delay because I wanted to maintain a good working relationship. Then his position changed. He announced that he now wanted change orders submitted every single day. Each issue had to be separated by discipline and by individual event. I explained that with 4 disciplines on site, this would create a large amount of paperwork. Many small issues would cost more to process than they were worth. I suggested handling minor items through discussion instead of formal documentation. He refused. He insisted that every deviation and every change be documented daily with full supporting details. He even amended the contract to state that if we failed to follow this exact process, we would lose the right to bill for extra work. It became clear he believed we would not be able to keep up with the paperwork and would miss billable items. Instead of arguing further, I decided we would follow his instructions exactly. I met with my cost controller, construction manager, and 8 foremen. From that point forward, any scope change, permit delay, operations delay, or scaffold delay had to be reported immediately. A separate cost code was created for each event, and all labor, materials, and equipment costs were tracked under those codes. For scope changes, we prepared estimates before doing the work. For delays, we tracked actual hours. At the end of each day, we submitted complete change order packages with supporting documents. At the end of each month, every change order was submitted as its own invoice, in addition to our normal billing. The project was valued at about $8 million, lasted 4 months, and involved around 100 construction workers. Because we documented every small delay and minor change exactly as required, the number of change orders increased dramatically. By the end of the project, we had submitted around 800 change orders, totaling about $1.6 million. This created a heavy administrative burden for the client's team, which had to review 150 to 200 invoices each month. Some invoices were for small amounts, such as $54 for a short delay. On top of that, the client often paid late. Our contract included a 3% monthly late payment fee, so they had to pay additional charges as well. In the end, the strict documentation process demanded by the new project manager increased both the total value of change orders and the workload for his own team. By following his instructions exactly and documenting every deviation, we protected our billing rights and captured every cost impact, making the project highly profitable for our company.